Maybe his body despawned because I killed him from so far away. No, but I saw his body.
Good evening, folks. How we all doing? Happy Sunday, everyone. The weekend is not over yet. Welcome back. We are here again for D1. This time round, it's Singapore. Silly will be joining me in the commentary box very soon once he has sorted the drivers out and we're ready to start the session. Yeah, as I said, we're at Singapore. Very technical, but very quick circuit. It's a bit of a Marmite track for a lot of the drivers, but we are certainly looking forward to a fantastic session. And the championship is very much spicing up as well, especially after the last round at Monza, which you're seeing on the previous stream highlights there. It was a fantastic race with Absinthe coming away as a winner, with Octopus in second and Nexus in third, really leaving the Drivers' Championship wide and open. We have a few driver swap-ins this evening, being Alfa Romeo are down both their primary drivers, with Welshie covering an injury at the moment, and Weasel with prior engagements. So Noodles will be stepping up from D2 into D1 this evening. So we are looking forward to see how he progresses through before we get started. However, let's go into the all-important driver results so far after Monza. And as you can see, Octopus does hold a slim gap over Nexus at the top there, 235 points to 217. Then almost 100 points back is Fade in the second Haas. Then Scurry in the Red Bull, Stig in the McLaren. For someone who came into the season quite late, he is certainly powering his way through the leaderboard. Then Brown in 6th, Stadium in 7th, Hayes in 8th, Absinthe in 9th, Caparaz running at the top 10 of drivers. Very tight there between Stadium and Caparaz. Anything can go. Good to see one of the Ferraris in the top 10 as well. To the second half of the table, we have the lead Alfa Romeo of Weasel on 33 points. Then it's Venom on 31. He'll be looking for a few more points this evening. He's had a bit of he's a quick driver. He's just not had the luck in Division 1. Alexander in the Renault with 20 points in 13th. He is not making this evening's session, however. Little Hayes, the second Ferrari, 15 points in 14th. Then it's Simpans in 15th. Followed by Burt the Shirt, who will be racing for Renault this evening in 16th. He'll be looking for some extra points for Renault this evening. Welshie, who is, again, as I said, not making it this evening. He's recovering from a back injury, is in 17th with 4 points. Then it's Mariachi and Holmesy, both on a single point. And good evening, everybody. Yes, good evening, Vic, Scott, Silly Girl. Welcome along. Yep, standings are looking lovely. Big thank you to Cragolopicus, Crag himself, who has put in the effort to slam these together. So we will go check out the team results while we're here. And there you have it. Haas absolutely storming away, almost 130 points ahead of AlphaTauri. Very much in contention to lift the primary season Constructors Championship. McLaren in third. They are doing some fast gaining, so they could pip AlphaTauri by the end of the season to second place. We'll just see how it goes. Red Bull in fourth, Williams in fifth, Racing Point in sixth. Ferrari down in seventh, but they are making some good progress. Alfa Romeo in eighth. Mercedes have jumped Renault now up into ninth, but they are on equal pegging. So we'll just have to see how it will go. Scott Octopus to whip out the big time on the mediums. You know he will. Stig isn't joining us this evening. He's also got prior commitments, so it is Dark taking his space. So D2 driver and McLaren reserved for D1. Dark is in the second McLaren. With Absinthe, he is in his seat for the second McLaren. So we'll see how that goes for them. We are expecting some good results anyway. A tight battle maybe between Octopus, Absinthe and Nexus this one round. I've not seen any of them race or had any times allocated to me for time trial sessions this week, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
It's going to be rather interesting this evening. Some of these boys have been sweating it out over this week. Let's hope the weather is on their side, though, Paddy. Good evening.
Good evening, silly. Nice of you to drop in there. Give you a little bit of a fright, you sneaky bugger.
I'm terribly sorry, but we were just having the drivers' meeting there, and I've jumped in. I've told everybody to go at 7 o'clock when Big Hayes clicks the go button. So, yes, they're all starting to ready up as we speak.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yes, it's a shame. You're right there, Scott, that Silly's not racing this evening. He is 80th in the standings at Singapore worldwide with that blistering lap time. So
yeah, you know what? I can't just take all of the plaudits myself. You know, I've got to let other people have a go and get it sorted for themselves. So that's why I'm not racing this evening. My apologies.
It's a shame. We would have loved to see you with that all-conquering lap there this evening. It would have been quite the spectacle, I think.
Trundling around in last place, yeah. We all love bugs, and it worked in my favour.
Well, talking about some other things before we get started, we're about to go live, so let me just tone down the audio as we jump onto the live feed. I got myself a copy of the new game, F1 2021, and there's come with some funky news in regards to how the game is being released. Incomplete is what they're saying. We are not getting all the tracks on release. They're not ready. So it's a bit of a breaking news from Codemasters. That's going to be interesting to say the least. I don't know if you've heard much of it, or have you even got yourself a copy yet, Silly? And I think Silly has dipped off into another channel without telling me. Let's have a wee look. He's disappeared. Oh no, he's just gone quiet.
No, I disappeared just to find out the weather forecast for the race today.
And what are we
getting? Qualifying is dry,
and
it's wet towards the end of the race.
Oh,
so it's going to be spicy towards the end of the race.
Very spicy indeed. As Noodles is the first out. So we're going to have some mixed conditions for the race. This is going to be interesting as the drivers start to head out for the 18 minutes of qualifying. What did you think of today's race, Silly? Personally, a bit boring, but action-packed in places.
Well, it was 100% boring, but to caveat that, it just shows how much of a champion Lewis is, because he got past Bottas, easily.
Yeah.
And it just proves that Lewis is the better driver, and everybody knows I'm a Lewis fan already anyway.
Couldn't tell.
No, you can't, can you? Because I'm completely neutral. But no. Bottas always struggles going past back markers, and Lewis got past Bottas in the same car I mean, it just speaks wonders for itself.
Not just that, he got past Max in style as well, and Max is not a driver you overtake, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
So I thought it was a very fitting drive. I mean, it was boring, didn't much happen, but I thought it was a rather enjoyable race.
I'm a huge Formula One fan, and I will rewatch the race tomorrow again. All of the free practices are on Sky Sports from about 10 o'clock in the morning up until 6 o'clock in the evening UK time, where the race starts again, and I will watch all of it. And that's the type of person that I am. I'll watch it all again and enjoy it all again. But yeah, it's literally just a masterful drive by Lewis Hamilton. You can't take anything away from him. It's a Lewis Hamilton show, and until he gets given a worse car, he's not going to lose, because all he does is just perform to the maximum.
That's all you can do in a situation like that, isn't it? It's just keep on going. And apologies if you hear some chirping in the background. We have a couple of new co-commentators, shall we say, in the commentary booth. A couple of budgies have arrived. Kiwi and Mango. So they may be getting quite vocal in the background as they're getting used to everything. Oh, we've lost Stadium already. That didn't take
Does
long.
he need a re-invite?
No, he's crashed.
Oh, okay.
He has crashed at the start of Sector 2 by the looks of things. So we're midway through Sector 2. No lap. Yeah, we've lost him. He's crashed out, unfortunately. So we've lost Stadium. Not the best start for the Williams driver, that's to be said, and let's hope that doesn't damp his confidence. And Stadium in chat already. Talk us through what happened. I hate this game. Oh, we've lost Dark already. We need to get him back in. Internet's doing what it does best. Let's give us a little insight into what happened, Stadium. Turn too early. Did you just clip the barrier? Notorious for doing that here at Singapore. Nexus with the fastest lap at the moment with a 135.6, sorry, on the softs.
Yeah, I've sent Dark a new invite.
Nice. Absinthe is just on a 134 almost dead, so a second and a half quicker than Nexus. Noodles on the medium with a 136.3, Burt with a 136.8 on the softs, and Holmesy with a 136.8 as well, also on the softs. It's going to be quite the fight for you, Stadium, come the race. It's going to be the last to first challenge, I believe.
Yeah, Noodle's sitting pretty good there, up in third place at the moment. Not a great time, he can improve on that, but Noodles, I think, is going to be one of those drivers to watch this evening.
Absolutely. I mean, on the medium tyres as well, he's a very quick D2 driver. He's just not had much luck in that respect.
Indeed, yeah. Crackalopicus with good evening, folks. Good evening to you, sir.
Evening, correct. Hope you're doing well, mate. On board with Blaine at the moment. Good to see Blaine is back in the frame. We've missed Blaine. Let's hope he's left his bad luck behind. Still riding in car number 13, though.
Yeah, indeed. I've missed Blaine a lot. It's good to see him back. As I'm on board with Noodles, and he just crashed into the pit wall coming into the pits there.
Blaine has invalidated his lap, unfortunately. Oh, that's not good. So he's nothing on the board, and he has invalidated. Silly Girl is saying good evening.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Hello, little silly.
And Beth Jones, go on, Ferrari. Hopefully no Spinalas today, haha.
Let's hope not. Little Hayes, though, with a 5th place running of a 135.7 on the softs. It's a good start. I do believe Big Hayes is out. There's a bit of double stacking going on at Mercedes at the moment, which may hold them up ever so slightly.
Yeah, well, very good evening to my daughter and my son that are watching the stream this evening. They're with the grandparents at the moment, so I hope you're having a lovely evening.
Yep, welcome along, and you can now judge your father's work on the stream. It's always nice to
Well,
have a bit of support.
normally my son sits by the side of me and tells me I've done a great job, and he says he's going to phone me after the moment anyway. Jesse says, "Oh, how cute." Yeah, it is kind of cute, but they're also a pain in the ass. But let's not go into that.
He doesn't mean it, kids. He doesn't mean it. As we're on board with Big Hayes as he starts his lap. And he's already invalidated around turn 1. Not the best start for Big Hayes then. Tough one,
No,
that first little
indeed.
chicane.
Venom has just got across the line 4 seconds slower than the leading driver, but he's going for another push lap, 75% ERS.
He can
Down there
definitely
in 10th place at the moment.
Maybe he made a mistake during his first lap and he's decided to back off and go again. We know he's fast, Venom. He's cursed in D1. I'm telling you, he's cursed.
It just depends on how much brandy he's had.
Indeed. While we mention it, he's actually our current F2 champion, which was wrapped up last weekend. So we are on board at the moment with, yeah, as I said, our F2 champion, the ORL Season 1 champion. So, yeah.
It's a fantastic end to the season. Him and Yellow Jam duking it out to find out who was the champion of that league. And I mean, bearing in mind that Yellow Jam wasn't in the whole of the season, for Yellow Jam to run him so hard to the end of the season was a big, massive kudos to Yellow Jam as well.
Exactly. Already through Sector 2, and Venom is a whole second up. The Ledge Haze. Yes, it is me. The Ledge is back. Been on a short break in Lincolnshire. We know we actually have had pictures from, I believe it was Big Haze sent us this one in, of your short break on the beach. Shall we show him it?
Yes, Tom sent us a picture that Daddy Hayes sent while he was in Skeg Vegas. Skeg Vegas, yeah. And if you want to pop that up on screen now,
I will do.
It looks like he's had a whale of a time.
Indeed. Quick notice though before we do it: if you have children, cover their eyes. And there we go. Is it popping up on the screen? There you go. Look at that. Lovely. The Ledge Haze enjoying Skeg Vegas Beach. Wonderful. And before we get the stream taken down, I will take the picture down. Looking very good in his lovely little mankini there, I can see.
He looks absolutely amazing. He's got a brilliant tan. He's obviously enjoyed that sunny weather over that weekend. So congratulations, Daddy Hayes.
Looking fantastic there, my sir. Now back to the action. Venom did go a lot quicker there. 6th place on the mediums with a 136.3 on board with Octopus as he's on his out lap at the moment. I bet you weren't expecting Tom to leak that picture out there, Ledge Haze. Can have words with him later on. Oh dear, and I did tell your daughter to cover her eyes before she saw that. We haven't from her. I hope I haven't scarred your children.
I take full responsibility for it, Daddy Hayes. It was my idea. I completely take full responsibility for it. And yes, my children are watching, Jess, and they'll find that absolutely hilarious as well. Captain Hayes in the chat with a big old smiley face.
Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall for that phone call after the race. Oh, it's kind of off-putting here. Yeah, so we've not had much change at the top. Absence is still on provisional pole position. He's a whole second ahead of Mr. Brown, who has gone second with 135.1. Capraz has moved himself up into 4th. St. Jules has now dropped down to 7th, but still he's on a soft tyre run at the moment. He is indeed, and he is half a second up already. We'll go on board with him. Holmes in 9th, Simpans in 10th, Mariachi in 11th. For the rest of them, still to set lap times.
Yeah, difficult track here. I'm currently 67th in the world on this circuit, which shows how amazing I am. But yeah, a very difficult circuit to drive and get a decent lap time.
You hear that? We're getting blamed there for the Ferrari drivers being slightly incompetent, with Big Hayes saying he was distracted and validated his lap due to our lovely uncovering of his father's holiday pictures at Skeg Vegas.
It's not our fault that Daddy Hayes decided to put on a mankini and go and stand on the beach at Skeg Vegas. We literally can't do anything about that, I'm afraid.
Yep. Noodles has jumped himself up into 5th on the soft tire with a 1:35.671. Great lap there from Noodles, who's... but we're going to jump on board with Octopus right now, as he is absolutely flying through Sector 3.
Yeah, currently I'm on board with Little Hayes, who's just right behind Noodles, who had a massive fight last weekend. Looking for Sector 2 times at the moment, and... Oh, Little Hayes. Wow!
Is that a Ferrari in P2? Octopus in P4 on the mediums, but is that a Ferrari in P2?
What has he done?
Absent with a 1:33.7. Wow.
Yeah, but Little Hayes in second place. What has he done?
He's gone quick, that's what he's done. I think Blaine's on a quick one.
I need to jump into the Ferrari chat and get him to come in for a drug test, because that lap time that Little Hayes just set is absolutely unbelievable. Nearly a second faster than Octopus. I can't even get my words out.
He's absolutely had a blinder. On board with Blaine. It goes through Sector 2. Nice and tight and technical down here. Yes, Octopus is on the medium, Scott. But still, can't take the lap away from Little Hayes.
Yeah, absolutely blinder by Little Hayes there.
This is
I
nice
mean, even
and
if he ends up down in 6th with Octopus, Nexus and that in front of him, that's an absolutely storming lap time.
Exactly. Blaine's on a very tidy lap here at the moment. I'm going to stay on board with him as he goes through Sector 3, tight right and left here.
He needs it. He needs it because he currently hasn't set a time.
Oh, tell he's been practicing.
Silly girl in the chat with "this is going to be a fun race." Yes, it will indeed. And Scott in the chat with Octopus on mediums in P4. Like, what?
Blaine with a 1:37.1. He did go seriously wide in the last chicane, which seems to have disrupted him ever so slightly. Capra rather than validated his lap.
Yeah, we got Nexus just going out on his outlap now. We've got 2 minutes to go, so everybody needs to be out ASAP.
On board with Big Hayes as he comes up to finish his lap.
I mean, Scott's completely correct. Octopus is set a 1:35.1 on a set of medium tyres.
He's going to have the advantage, especially with the rain coming at the end of the race. He can basically run until intermediate conditions on those tyres.
Well, he could hope so, yeah, but I mean...
Tyre wear isn't great round here.
The Ferrari garage said that it's going to come towards the end, but they didn't tell me exactly when towards the end.
Big Hayes
making
those 10th.
Making those mediums last until long enough is going to be a difficult job.
Exactly that. 2 on board with Octopus is in the pits. Capraz is not doing a lap at the moment. Big Hayes has finished his lap. So Bert the Shirt is currently slightly up on his time. It's a brand new set of softs. You got to remember, look how it happened in D2 for Canada. It said it was going to rain up until 45 minutes, and after about 15, the track started to dry off, and it really caught a lot of the teams off of their rhythm. I think I benefited from that, to be honest, with the changing conditions. But it just proves that the weather predictions aren't always correct in this game.
Yeah, Canada dried rather quickly.
Very quickly.
Yes, I mean, it was literally 2 or 3 laps where it went from intermediate conditions to dry. Very, very peculiar. Wouldn't happen in real life, but it did happen in the game. So we could have a similar instance where as I just see Bert the shirt going massively wide and then into the pits. It could happen the same, where it's a bone dry track, but goes into a completely sodden track within a couple of laps. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Is Nexus takes a big lock up into the third to last chicane. Sorry, Singapore's full of chicanes at the end. It's gone a bit wide around there as well. He needs to get this last one right before he goes into the sweeping left-hander onto the start-finish straight to finish his lap. Currently in 5th. Can he improve?
Blaine on board with Blaine at the moment. He's currently 6 tenths up on his previous time.
Nexus
coming through the final couple of corners.
Nexus with a 134.8 puts him in 2nd, bumping Little Hayes off. Mr. Brown's out for another run. Looks like Venom's out for another run. Keep an eye on Dark on the medium.
Blaine's about to come through the final 2 corners now. He was 6 tenths up through sector 2.
Oh, there you go.
Finishes 7 tenths up into 11th place.
He has done 3 laps for those tyres, just like Little Hayes and Caparaz, so there's going to be a lot of wear on them. But keep an eye out for Simpans, and Dark has done his one and only lap of the session, a 136.8 on the medium, so probably not the best gamble from Dark there.
Blaine is in 11th place, so he's got free tyre choice going into the start of this race.
He does. I think mediums would definitely be the better starting tyre. We'll just have to see as does Mr. Brown improve. Coming into the last double left-hander. On to start finish straight. He does slightly improve, but not by much. It's still 4th position with a 135.1.
Every person starting in the top 10 on the medium tyre is Octopus in 5th position. Everybody else is qualified on the soft compound tyre.
Simpans, 9th position. What a final stretch that was with a 135.8. Fantastic run. But there you go, pole sitter absolute with a 133.7. 1.1 seconds faster than Nexus. Absolutely rapid. Kudos to Little Hayes in 3rd position, great starting. Then it's Brown in 4th, Octopus 5th, Caparaz 6th, Fade in 7th, Noodles will start at 8th, Simpans in 9th, Holmesy in 10th. Then it's Venom, Blaine, Big Hayes, Bert the Shirt, Dark, Mariachi, and unfortunately after that very early incident, Stadium will be starting at the back of the grid for today's session.
Yeah, Scott in the chat there with it's going to be an interesting race with Octopus on the mediums, 100%. Like, Octopus is the only person in the top 10 on the optimal strategy, and I mean, where this race is going to go. As we see the Racing Point and the Mercedes coming together there.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Brown's missing a front wheel.
Fade did not qualify on the medium tyres.
He just changed to them.
Yes, Fade was on the soft compound tyre, I believe.
So that was Blade and Brown that came together then at the end of the session.
It was indeed, yeah. Brown lost a wheel and a front wing.
I'd be lucky it was at the end of the session, though. Let's hopefully it doesn't break the lobby.
Silly Girl in the chat there with it's going to be an interesting race. Yes, it is. Definitely going to be an interesting race.
It's going to be fantastic. Quite looking forward to it. Absinthe has really got the advantage on this one. Like, a serious advantage. So the battle is really going to be, is Octopus going to make up places at the start on the mediums? How long are the softs going to last? And can Little Hayes keep a race pace up to keep the Ferrari where it is?
Little Hayes up in their 3rd place. That's absolutely unbelievable. How he has managed that. He must have stolen some of my hacks to get that car into that position.
It would certainly seem that way.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic drive. I mean, who would have thought that Little Hayes would be above Octopus and Fade in the qualifying? That's unbelievable.
It is saying on my graph that Fade did qualify on the mediums.
Yeah, saying the same on mine as well.
Benham just outside. He was so close, 0.3 of a second to qualifying in the top 10 with mediums. Big Hayes saying hacks in the chat in reference to his younger brother. Come on, Big Hayes and Little Hayes. Although how Big Hayes is going to finish with a spear in his tire, I don't know. Easy A from the ledge there. This
Yeah.
The Ferrari master plan: put a spear in the tire, make him go faster, weight reduction.
We would like to apologise to the Ledge Haze for leaking his personal photo
This
earlier
one.
on in the stream.
Yeah, that one right there.
That one right there. Yeah, we completely apologise. Tom said it was fine, but we understand if you're a little bit annoyed about it.
Yeah. Not everybody can pull off an amazing mankini like that, though, so be proud of yourself.
It's the hairdo.
It's
The
definitely.
hairdo does it for me. Yeah.
So we're going to get underway with the formation lap very shortly. There you go, 2-stop race by the looks of things. It's going to make things very interesting with the rain, as you said, coming later in the Grand Prix. Stadium at the back on the mediums. It's kind of sad to say, but it's kind of get used to seeing a Williams at the back of the grid, don't you? In these days.
Yeah, well, in today's race, George Russell did pretty well.
Yeah, he did. He did. They were suffering with the car, though. The aeros on the Williams are not very good when it comes to traffic. Which you'd think they'd probably prioritise, being that they're always going to be in traffic. But you know, what can you do?
Silly girl, who's watching? Is it you or is it Callum?
Which one of the silly spawns is it?
Yes, exactly.
I'm just following all the drivers.
But the Ledge Haze has said, I am going to nick Haas Aero engines. His Aero engines. Not quite sure what the Ledge is going on about there, but...
It must be special Ferrari speak.
Spinala.
I haven't spinaled enough to understand the language yet. So...
To be fair, you do Spinala quite a lot.
I haven't spinaled in at least 2 races, I'll have you know.
And my daughter has said that it's both of them that are watching, so fantastic.
Welcome
Good
along.
evening, Cassie and Callum.
Yeah, welcome along, both little sillies. I did spin in Canada, but that wasn't my fault, so we'll just put it there. I was given a love tap by our friendly local German.
Well, we're just about to come up to the final turn here and line up to the grid for what's going to be an absolutely amazing Singapore Grand Prix.
Now remember, it's a very, very short start finish straight up into a very technical first, second and third corners, so it's going to be, you know, incident packed to say the least. I hope you're all ready for this one, folks.
Yeah, I'm sat down on Octopus at the moment.
And we are off, according to this.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Dart's got a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Blaine has got an amazing start.
Oh, and there is a... Blaine has a wing damage already to the front of that Mercedes.
Another car just got some wing damage there. I think it was an Alfa Romeo.
Ferrari Graphite Brown has already got ahead of Little Hayes on board with Venom. He's jumped himself up into 9th position. Noodles is still in 8th. Wonderful view here. It's a squirrely back of the car. Poor Blaine with that wing damage. That's going to affect him going into this. Yes, he's struggling to turn left. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Safety car. We have a safety car.
No car stopped on track. I don't understand why the safety car is out. We've got a slow moving McLaren at the back of the grid, which is dark, but he is moving forward, so
Yeah, it's very weird how we've got. Oh, he's got into the back of Bart the shirt there. Dart wasn't really paying attention.
yeah, Dark has also got some wing damage there. Front right end plate has disappeared.
Well, it's kind of confusing with the safety car. Everybody's still here. Maybe it's because of the debris on the start-finish straight from turn 1 and 2 incidents. Holmesy's dropped down to 14th. Stadium has made an absolute lightning start, up to 13th by the end of lap 1.
Yeah, I've been flicking through the cars and
Oh no! Stadium has binned it into the chicane. He's just failed to brake and he's hit the wall. He's now dropped himself back to 16th, and Mr. Brown's now got himself a penalty. Stadium allowed to make that place back because he crashed.
yes, he is. Yeah, one of those cars there does have wing damage. I'm trying to
It looks like
look.
they all got wing damage. I think. Oh,
Mario
no,
actually doesn't. No. Not visible wing damage anyway, but Stadium is in the pits.
Oh, Dark has retired. Don't think he felt like he could come back after that drive-through penalty. That's a shame. We're so early down to 16 drivers.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, beginning of the race, you can't just rage quit that early. There's a long way to go.
There you go, Scott's right. Octopus and Fade are 1 and 2, and they're both on the mediums. Absence has gone into the pits to switch to the mediums at the moment. Noodles is in 3rd. Venoms is in 4, but everyone else in between has pitted.
Yeah,
So-
Noodles is on the soft compound tyre. So we got 1, 2 on mediums. Noodles in 3rd with the soft. 4th and 5th on the medium tyres. And then Nexus,
He's gone hard.
he's gone on hards to see him to the end of the race.
That's a keen strategy, and if you know anybody, Nexus can make tyres last.
He can indeed, yeah. That's an absolutely bold move by Nexus there.
Mr. Brown is also on the hard compound tyre. He is carrying penalties, but under safety car, we'll see who caused them, if it was him or the driver behind. So he's always got the footage. Playing on a new set of mediums. Big Hayes on another set of new mediums. The pack does need to kind of squirrel itself back up. Simpan's has gone for the long game on the hards. Holmesy, looks like he's on the mediums, yes indeed. Berkshire, he's gone hard. Mariachi has gone hard, and Stadium are a brand new set of soft tyres.
Silly girl in the chat there with such a shame for Dark. And yeah, it was such a shame, but he shouldn't have rage quit straight away. He should have carried on, and he could probably get some decent points from this race, Paddy.
Definitely the safety car. I mean, it's only lap 1 of 31. We're guaranteed, almost guaranteed, another safety car at some point during this session, as it is silly. He did have the drive-through penalty from jumping the start. Like I said, like, you take that, yeah, you end up like 25 seconds behind, but bring a safety car into the mix and you'll be making that time back up in no time at all.
Drive-throughs is only his fault. Like, nobody else is to blame for that. So, you know, you just got to take it on the chin and just get on with the business that you need to do.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, anything can happen. We've done it ourselves. I've been in situations out the points in D2. It's looked a bit hopeless. Then a few incidents have happened up the track. Safety car comes out, and next thing you know is, you know, it's Mexico and I'm rolling in 4th place and you're in 3rd. You know, that's just the way the game works at times.
Yeah. Or it's Singapore and I get 3rd place and I'm 67th in the world. You know,
It's
just how things roll from time to time.
Exactly that. But again, it's a shame that Dart's left. We are down to 16 runners at the moment, and safety car is out. Should be in at the end of this lap, I'm assuming. Absinthe is going to be one to watch out for. 5th place on the medium tyres and right behind Venom, who has made up a really good start. He's wiggling that Red Bull pretty hard at the moment. Yes, folks, you can hear the burbs in the background. They are talking away at the moment. They seem to love chattering away when I'm chattering. So commentary for the birds out there, if there are any budgies watching the stream.
To be fair, they make more sense than Paddy anyway.
Pretty much, yes.
Think yourselves lucky.
Exactly. So any budgies that are watching, Kiwi and Mango will be commentating on behalf of yourselves. Don't say that we're not multi-diverse here. Budgies can enjoy F1 too.
Budgie's life matters.
It's Jesse with if there's any budgies watching. You never know. There should be some folk watching in the background with a wee cage and some budgies. Oh, Mariachi has had a collision with Bert. Bert's behind Mariachi, so that doesn't bode well. And it looks like the Renault is missing an M plate. So...
Octopus is struggling at the moment with his tyres as well. He's trying to warm them up, but squiggling around quite a lot.
We have Noodles is round. Oh, we have an absolute massive accident. Capraz. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Safety car, safety car, safety car. We've lost El Mariachi, Capraz and Noodles on a absolutely massive accident on the start-finish straight there, silly.
Watching the replay as we speak. Oh my days. Noodles getting spun round about 16,000 times. Oh, that's unbelievable.
It is. We've only got yellow flags. I don't think the game's quite capable of doing safety car post-safety cars, so...
Safety car won't be back out. It's literally just going to be yellow flags at the moment.
Oh, we've got Nexus is round. No, Nexus has been spun round. And that's going to drop him down to 13th and last in the order. He doesn't need that right now.
No, Octopus currently running first place and absolutely running away with this this Grand Prix as we speak. And it's a bad sign for the championship. Nexus needed a good haul of points here this weekend. But Octopus, he's had a few bad weekends, the last few ones that we're talking about, and he's here today. He's turned up. And he's proving people wrong and saying, look, this is who I am. This is where I'll finish.
That's exactly it. As Holmesy is starting to hound all over the back of Little Hayes, and Mr. Brown's also decided he's going to get involved. Little Hayes in the pits, he's got wing damage, so that is why he was slow. Mr. Brown over the back of Holmesy at the moment as well, but the shirt is still going on with the wing damage. Stadium up into 10th position already. Blaine has been taken by Nexus because Blaine is in the pits yet again.
We've got Welshie in the chat with Jesus Christ, Nuclear Nipples with Christ, and then the Ledge Haze with heck of a smack.
It was an absolute dull one.
Yeah, and then the Silly Girl with oops. That's a big crash, and Noodles with oh no. Yes, it was oh no indeed.
Almost tempted to do a bit of a Clarkson at the end of that. Oh no! Anyway, moving on. But we'll not do that. That was a big one. As Absinthe is now climbing all the way up the back of Venom, who is dropped off the back of Fade, who is now dropping off the back of Octopus. So if anything at the moment, Venom is holding up Absinthe in this race and letting Octopus stretch his legs. Let's see how long Venom can hold off Absinthe for. He is missing an M plate though, is Absinthe, so that might be hampering his performance right now.
He is indeed. I'm currently on board with Venom and trying to see how these boys are racing together. And as you correctly said, Absinthe is missing an end plate, so when he comes in for his pit stop, he's going to have to change that front wing, otherwise he's going to be compromised for the rest of this race.
That's it. DRS is now enabled. Lap 6, we have a sector 3 yellow flag. We are down. Bert the Shirt and Stadium have had a big accident. Bert has retired. Oh, looks like him and Stadium have had a big coming together. The front wing's missing off that Renault. And yeah, we are down to 12 drivers. There's the safety car again. Now it's time to get your repairs done, ladies and gents. It's all kicking off here.
If I was Absinthe, I'd dive into the pits right now, get that front wing sorted, but he hasn't, I don't think.
Little Hayes has moved on to a set of softs. He's doing the how many pit stops can I do in a race challenge.
I mean, we're on lap 6 and we've already lost 5 competitors. Not showing very well here.
Not at the
Um,
moment, yeah. D1 is
but
struggling this week.
yeah, but I mean, a lot of it hasn't been from their own faults. It wasn't Noodle's fault that he crashed. From what you said, it wasn't Bert's fault that he crashed.
It's just a little bit of racing, isn't it? I think when Noodles, he just kind of spun out and he got collected by several drivers. He was just in a really bad position as well. This is kind of a bit of a winning grace here for Absent, because pitting under the safety car is obviously not going to lose him as much time as normal conditions, and they'll be able to get that front wing changed, and maybe, just maybe, he'll switch onto the hards and just run to the end of the race.
I'm currently on board with Absinthe. He's right up the gearbox of Venom. I'll let you know if he comes into the pits, but at the moment it doesn't seem likely.
Nope.
No, he's turning to the left. He is. He's in the pits. He's in the pits.
Nice. He's going on for a change, just on board with the Haas boys right now as they come up to the back of the safety car queue. Or, well, to lead it anyway. So that promotes Venom up into third, Big Hayes up into fourth. So the Ferraris have swapped about. Simpan's in fifth. Mr. Brown is up into sixth.
Absinthe has gone back onto another set of mediums, so he will have to box again.
Yeah, I can't see him making them last, 25 laps?
No. He started on mediums and he's out on mediums again.
Ah.
So he will have to make those tyres last until he boxes again.
Maybe you can get them to last until about lap 20, 24, between that kind of bracket, and then switch to the softs, go for a blistering end. Nix is back in the pits again. He's on a set of mediums. We've almost got a point scoring grid at the moment with the amount of drivers we've lost. So that is Bert, Noodles, Mariachi, Capraz and Dart. That start-finish accident was massive to take out 3 drivers in one go.
So we got Octopus at the front of the field, currently on 6-lap-old medium tyres, followed by Fade, exactly the same 6-lap-old medium tyres. Venom also on 6-lap-old medium tyres. Then we got Big Hayes, the Ferrari, up there in 4th place. He qualified at the back of the grid. He's going for driver of the day again, but he's on 4-lap-old medium tyres. Simpang's 4-lap-old hard tyres.
Sorry to interrupt you there, silly. Can I see rain? I can see rain, silly. There is rain in Sector 3.
Yeah, there is indeed. You're completely correct. Mr. Brown is on 3-lap-old medium tyres. Holmesy on 4-lap-old medium tyres. Absinthe, brand new medium tyres. Little Hayes on brand new softs. Nexus, brand new medium tyres, down there in 10th place. Needs to really work his way through the pack. Stadium on 2-lap-old medium tyres, and Blaine on 1-lap-old medium tyres. But yes, I seen it there as well, Paddy. There was some speckles of rain in the first sector there.
It was indeed, and you know, it's, if anything, Little Hayes has the advantage here because we're going to have a few laps before intermediate conditions. He's on the soft tyre. He's going to be able to burn through the pack as quick as he can before they need to switch on to the inters. The drivers are going to struggle right now are the hard tyre drivers, because as the track cools with the rain, as you know, silly, it's going to be harder to get those tyres to ignite, to get them up to temps, to get them into the race again.
Yeah, I think Little Hayes is going to struggle, personally, getting them tyres up to temperature with this moist conditions. We got the Ledge Hayes in the chat with, come on, Big Hayes and Little Hayes, but we got Keeners in the chat with tyres.
Wait a minute. Brown and Simpans are already on enters, mate.
They are indeed, yeah. We got the top 6 on medium tyres, different lengths of usage of those tyres. We got Little Hayes on the soft, Then we got medium, 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 and then as Paddy pointed out, we got Simpans and Brown both on the intermediate tyre. Wrong time, Paddy.
It's
The
too
wrong
early.
time. Way too early for the intermediate tyre.
Maybe they're wanting to do the jump maybe a bit slower for a couple laps under safety car. The thing is though, you're going to burn through the treads of the intermediates in these conditions. They're not ready for this.
I mean, look at the track. There's no way this track is intermediate track.
It's still bone dry.
It's still bone dry. We may be seeing some flecks of rain coming down, but there's no way this is an intermediate track, and the safety car is in on this lap.
Yeah, we're going to go on board with Little Hayes as he's up the back of Absinthe with the soft compound tyre as Octopus will grind the pack up and then go. I'd like to see what Little Hayes could do here. He's going to have a couple of laps before it does switch to inter conditions. Maybe this is where the Racing Points are wanting to gain the advantage of everyone will have to box again and they don't need to. But how much time are they going to lose and how much tread are they going to burn off?
Octopus is gone. I was on board with Octopus there and he absolutely went. He's got nearly 2 seconds worth of gap to fade.
Oh, Absinthe has got wing damage. He's gone at the back of Holmesy. And Little Hayes is looking for it. Oh, it's getting tight at the back. Little Hayes really needs to push now.
Octopus is absolutely gone. He's over 2 seconds in front.
Stadium is now up into 8th position as he gets his way past Nexus. He does indeed. Blaine's making a move on Nexus as well. Lovely overhanging shot there. It's very tight. Oh, crikey. Little Hayes just absolutely deleted Holmesy. Oh, I have no idea what Jesse was. I think Jesse was trying to post some pictures of the birds. And the moderator decided it was going to have enough.
Oh, unlucky Jesse. Timed out for 300 seconds.
I don't even know, like, how to stop the moderator from doing things. In fact, I've already turned off the moderator, so I don't know why it's doing that. So apologies, Jess. We'll get some pictures of the birds up shortly. So the Hayes brothers, 5th and 6th. Let's see what's going to happen. There's going to be some team orders there with one of them on the soft compound or not. Stadium is all up the back of Little Hayes. Octopus is, as you said, 2.5 seconds ahead of Fade, who's a second and a half ahead of Venom. As we're starting to see Nexus go around Blaine. Has it happened? It's happening, I think. Not quite. Stadium's on the back of the Hayes brothers. It's all kicking off here. There you go. Oh, thanks, Welsh, for doing that. And somebody spun. It was Stadium. Stadium spun. Oh, no. The Racing Points are suffering, my dude. They're already 12, 13 seconds behind after one lap. Absinthe has gone on intermediates early as well. Holmesy's done a run into the pits, but he hasn't changed tyre.
Yeah, they've taken a risk and it hasn't worked out. Brown, Simpans and Absinthe all on the intermediate tyres. It's nowhere near intermediate tyre
Not yet.
level. And yeah, they've basically done themselves in here.
Yep. Tell you what, Jess, if you just DM me the links on Discord, I'll be able to post them in the chat for everyone so that the Ledge Hayes can see the lovely little birdies. They're just chilling on their perch right now.
The best person at the moment situated is Little Hayes on the soft tyres. 4 laps old on those soft compound tyres. If we go to intermediates at any point during this race, Little Hayes is going to be coming out with close to a podium here.
Yeah, the thing is, they will have to change soon. The Racing Point and the McLaren will have the advantage at that point. However, they're going to have worn their tyres quite a bit, and they've lost so much time to the leaders. As Big Hayes came in, and Blaine having a bit of a oof, ouch. Blaine lost another bit of his front wing.
We got both Ferraris in the pits currently.
Oh, double
Little
stacks.
Hayes has gone
Oh,
on to
no!
the
It's
intermediates.
holding up Blaine, no! The thing is, DRS is still enabled. I think it's a lap too early.
This is nowhere near intermediate tyres.
No.
The track is dry. The track is dry.
It's very much dry. And as I said, it's DRS is still enabled.
Mr. Brown now up to 5th place, and as you said, the 2 racing points, they're now up to 5th and 6th. So from 5th to 10th, they're all on intermediate tyres. 11th is Holmesy, now changed. He's on the medium tyres. Absinthe in 12th on the intermediate tyres. The 4 front runners are still on the medium tyres.
And
The intermediate is the wrong tyre to be on.
Yeah, and look at the time gap we've got there. Nexus is now a pit stop ahead of Mr. Brown. So even with the changing conditions and moving on to the intermediates, they're going to have a time gap to do it and still hold position.
Yeah, the rain may be coming down, but you look at the track, Paddy.
It's not time.
There's no reason to change onto the intermediate tyre.
This is crazy. I think this is extremely bad tactics from all the intermediate runners. They are not going to gain any advantage here. Absinthe is the biggest loser at the moment. He's down in 12th on the intermediates, and you know the gap between him and Octopus now is ridiculous. The big winner out of all this is Nexus, up into 4th place. Now he's gone past Venom. Venom, I think, is going to pit in for intermediates.
Venom box.
Yeah, it's still too early. There's still another couple laps to go.
He's pushing into Zon. He is pushing into Zon.
These guys ahead are just going to push and make a gap, and they're going to come out when it is time for inters.
Venom put a new front wing on as well, so he's dropped back in the field there. But he has put the inters on, and I still think it's the wrong tyre. The track doesn't look wet enough to have the intermediate tyres on.
Well, here's proof of the pudding. Stadium is on the inters, Holmesy's on the mediums, and Holmesy is just leaving Stadium behind, just absolutely without a hope in hell. And he's already starting to hammer down on Simpads.
Well, the leaders, the first and second place, the Haas boys, they're on 11-lap-old medium tyres, and they're still pushing.
Oh no, Simpads has gone round in sector 1. It's not ready. They're cooking the tyres. They've been on those inters for 3 laps now, and they are cooked.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Octopus and Fade, they're on the medium tyres, and they're going around the track like it's absolutely nothing. There's no way this track is ready for inters.
Nope.
Not a chance.
Still on board with Holmesy. All the grip in the world. Absolutely up the inside of Little Hayes. Little Hayes is going to fight it, but what's the point? Holmesy's got the grip. He's got the traction. He's gone. Up into 6th position and now hounding for Mr. Brown, and he's catching him hand over fist. Yeah, bad decisions. There you go. Venom is already 40 seconds behind Nexus. Top 3 have got this in the bag, mate.
Got yellow flags in sector 2 and 3.
We have a Ferrari. Little Hayes has spinaled.
Daddy Hayes will be very happy with his son there.
There's an end plate missing. Little Hayes has had a mistake somewhere, and he's put it in the bin.
Go and give him a slap on the back after the race, Daddy Hayes.
Yep, first of all, leaks your pictures from your holiday to us, and then absolutely spinals it into a wall.
Yeah, make sure you take off the mankini before slapping him on the back. You might get...
Blaine and Absinthe having an absolute battle at the back there. Blaine's got the Mercedes sideways. Absinthe looks for a gap. There isn't there, and Blaine's picked up more wing damage trying to defend. So he'll be in the pits again. He is indeed. That Mercedes is coming in for another pit stop.
Rain is coming down harder now, but as Blaine gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
We still have DRS conditions, and look at this. Holmesy in a lap has gained 6 seconds on Mr. Brown.
Yeah, he's right up his gearbox.
This goes Ledge
Absolutely
Hayes.
unbelievable.
Yeah, Ledge Hayes saying the Ferrari plan is falling apart. Isn't that what they do every weekend, though? Holmesy's got all the grip in the world here. Octopus, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think they're feeling it's time to switch on to the intermediates right now.
He's in the pits. I'm on board with him at the moment. He's going on to intermediate tyres.
So they're wanting to make the switch now. Fade's going to do the next lap. I think he may be able to keep pushing Fade and take the lead of this Grand Prix because Holmesy is still outpacing those around him on the medium set of tyre right now.
I hope Daddy Hayes has taken the picture that we posted earlier as banter, and I hope he enjoyed it. But yes, I don't think Fade will be able to keep the pace up to go in front of Octopus. I think now is the right time to go onto those inter tyres.
We'll just see, because at the moment Fade is pulling gaps on Octopus right now, dude.
The current time is 24 seconds. I think you need about 28. And it looks rather wet in sector 2 and 3.
There you go. Holmesy did just start to slide a bit, but he's still pulling ahead of Mr. Brown. And Octopus isn't gaining on Fade that much.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to see who comes out on top here. I think the time is about 26 to 28 seconds. There
you go. Look, the Racing Point boys have had to come in. They're serving the penalties, and they're... Wait a minute. Is Simpan's changing onto medium tyres? He is!
Simpans
What?
is. He's gone on to medium tyres, along with the Big Haze. They've also... Big Haze has also gone on to medium tyres.
I mean, yes, it was too early for the intermediates, but the time lost now switching to mediums, to then and maybe 2-3 laps time to go back to the intermediates, that's a lot of wasted time.
We got the big Daddy Hayes in the chat with banter. Yes, Bantosaurus Rex. Nice one, boys. Exactly.
Maybe
that's
the
all
rain,
it was. Glad you enjoyed it.
Maybe the rain isn't going to be heavy enough to switch to inters full stop, silly.
Yeah, I'm with you. If the Ferrari is going onto the intermediate onto the medium tyres now, I mean, Octopus is still in the lead.
He's taking the lead back, yeah.
Yeah, but are these tyres going to last? But Paddy,
yeah,
it doesn't even matter. Oh, no,
oh,
the
yeah,
time,
5 seconds.
The times are changing now, but if he was to box again and put on the mediums,
now it's inters. Now it's inters territory. Holmes is struggling to slow it into the pits there. Now it is switching time.
Even if he had to change again, down to Venom, there's a gap of about 40 seconds. So he could literally box now, put mediums on, and come out in 3rd place.
Sound about right. So Ferrari with their tactics all over, because they're going to have to come into the pits again in the next lap or two. As I said, that rain is now starting to come down, and the intermediate guys are starting to go faster than the guys on the hards and the mediums.
Indeed, the Ferraris have made the wrong call. They've gone and put their medium tyres on, and the rain is absolutely hammering it down now.
Yep.
There's nothing they can do. They're going to have to come and box again, and they're literally going to finish at the back of the field.
There we go. They are all boxing by the looks of it. They are. Ferrari will be double stacking here.
Yeah, we've got Stadium in the pits. Big Haze is in the pits. Little Haze is in the pits. Simpans is in the pits.
He did
and
one lap.
Blaine has got a drive-through 5-second penalty, for speeding in the pit lane coming into the pits.
Second speeding offence for Blaine there. I don't think he's used to the pit assist being off.
No, not at all. Yeah, but now we've got every single driver all on the intermediate tyres. And, you know, Octopus and Fade are looking pretty bloody good here. Nobody can really touch them.
Yep, I think the top 3 is really there. They're starting to lap.
the top two, 14 seconds between third place and second, and Octopus and Fade have just got this nailed. They've got it done and dusted.
I think calculations-wise, the way this is going, Haas should be able to wrap up the Constructors' Championship. Maybe this, no, it'll be after the next race, thinking about it, yeah. But Haas could basically
not very
wrap it
good
up.
on the math myself, but it's going to be very close to being wrapped up this evening.
Mr. Brown is in the pits looking for a new set of intermediates, so he did burn out that set very early when we did say that they had pitted a little bit on the early side. Let's jump to an onboard with Octopus right now. That is proper intermediates, though. I haven't seen the DRS disabled notice yet, but I probably just missed that.
I haven't seen it either. I've been looking out for it, and I've not seen any DRS disabled, but we have a lot of rain.
Exactly. I do not think this is DRS weather. Look at that. Is the Haas of Octopus is sliding everywhere. Kleiners is saying it has been disabled, so thank you for someone that's actually been paying attention, because I haven't. I completely missed that.
No, I have been paying attention. I just haven't seen it. It's one of those things where somehow you will kind of miss it. So thank you very much for making us aware that it has actually been disabled.
See if it stays like this, silly. Fade will get the win due to Octopus's 5-second penalty.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
Fade just needs to stick with him.
Well, we know the Haas boys are very... they like to work in a team.
They do.
So I don't imagine Fade going above Octopus here. I imagine Fade will drop back to that 5-second period and let Octopus win the race so that he can gain the points going for the championship contention.
I mean, he is ahead of Nexus on track, so he'd still be gaining points at the end of it. So even if Fade does catch, and Fade is catching, by the way.
Yeah, he's gone from 3.2 now to 2.7. But if I were the TP in the Haas camp at the moment, I would be telling Fade to drop back and telling them to just let it gap and let Octopus win this race.
Absolutely. Some lovely short shifting there from Fade. He's not risking lighting up the tyres of that car at all, and yeah, Octopus is struggling in these conditions a little bit. Oh, a bit deep in there, Fade. That was close to the wall. Yeah, the conditions very fast changing here at Singapore. They can go from fantastic to, oh no, I have no grip, and that's a wall very, very quickly. Rest of the pack is very much stretched out. The Ferraris are the biggest losers out of this one. Simpans as well, and Blaine has pretty much lost all kind of... He's just lost everything to the back of the grid. He's going to have to hope for a safety car. Apart from that, there is not much else in the way of much going on. 12 drivers still in this Grand Prix, 18 laps. Well, we're on lap 18 of 31, and as I said, there's nobody really close to each other. The closest battle on track is between this one here, first and second, between the Haas boys. The Simpans are starting to drop off the back of the Ferraris ever so slightly. Whoa-ho! You know it's tricky when they've got a short shift like that. There's lots of torque in these cars. I wonder if Silly is still with us, or if he's...
I am indeed. Yes, I am indeed.
Lovely stuff.
I just nipped down to the Haas garage and had a word with them. to see what their mindset is currently with the situation that we're currently seeing.
And any insights then from the Scuderia Spinella? Or are they just winging it?
No, Fade wants to win, and I pointed something out, and I think I changed their mind in regards to that. But yeah, we'll see at the end of this race whether my point of view came across to them.
Oh, we'll see, because the only point of view that I'm seeing here is Fade is closing the gap on Octopus.
It's indeed, yeah.
The thing is, they're keeping the distance to Nexus, and I think that's what's kind of in their minds, really. Absent from the 7-lap-old intermediates, he's going to be at the biggest disadvantage very soon, because he's going to have to switch to another set soon enough.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I said to the boys when I went and jumped in their chat. I said, Fade, let Octopus win the race because he's driving for the championship. And they didn't agree with me. And it looks like Fade is pushing Octopus now down from 4 seconds down to 1.2. So they're obviously not agreeing with me.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so in my opinion, they should let Octopus win the race, even though he's got a 5-second penalty, just for the Constructors and Drivers' Championships. But if they don't agree with me, that's their opinion and their prerogative.
And they'll do what they need to do, my man. Just the Haas boys, after all. Gap staying steady at about 1.3 seconds as Little Hayes has pushed a gap now on Big Hayes, who's struggling a little bit in these conditions.
Yeah, definitely into tyres now, but everybody is struggling, especially those ones that have gone onto the Inter's early doors.
Venom has had a spin and he's damaged his wing. That was the yellow flag in sector 2.
Still in 4th place, though.
Yeah.
He is still in 4th.
He has that wing damage, which will not be helping him in these conditions. Absinthe is behind, and it looks like he's struggling as well. Yes, let's have a little onboarding from Absinthe. He's still got all his wings, so he'll hopefully reel in Venom very quickly. Mr. Brown is a little bit further back. Absinthe on those tyres, though, as I said, he's not going to be out on them for too long before he stops in, because he did hit them on during the dry period, so he's probably burnt a lot of the grip off of them.
Since 8 laps on those intermediate tyres, so both of them are in the pits. Both of them in the pits.
Absinthe will make the jump because Venom has got the wing damage, and that promotes Brown up into 4th position with the youngest intermediate tyres out of the top 4.
Yeah, 11 laps to go. This is going to be crucial.
Yep, look at the tyre wear on Absinthe's intermediates. There's nothing in the middle. There you go, fresh grip. As we're waiting, are they doing they're doing a wing change on that McLaren, and he lost a lot of time.
Absinthe still getting a wing change there. Venom's already gone. He's coming out of the pits now. Promotes
Holmesy up into 5th as well.
Don't know whether that was the correct decision to make. Brand new Inters, yeah, they're going to be fast, but they've only got 11 laps to make that time back up.
Yeah, but looking at that onboard, there was nothing left of Absinthe's tyres. Very much Lewis Hamilton in Turkey. They were slicks in the middle. Oh, another good news then in IRL news. We're back in Turkey this year with Canada being cancelled. Quite looking forward to that. I like that Istanbul track.
Yes, indeed.
But
yeah,
not being added to the game.
A shame Canada's been cancelled, but it's also nice to be back in Turkey.
Yeah.
The same with the Portugal track. Hopefully, we get some people saying that it's a great place to race, and we'll get that added onto the calendar, so we can actually see some more decent racing.
Yeah, like Portimao. That's the same. Same with Imola. Portimao and Imola will be coming to 2021, the game as well. So fair looking forward to that, because I do like both circuits, to be honest with you, especially Portugal. fantastic track.
Portimao, the undulation is just insane, and
Look at the
I would
rain.
love, yeah, I would love to be able to see that on the circuit more often.
So just on board with the helicam there coming over the streets of Singapore, and with the lighting that you can really see the downpour of that rain. But again, not much happening in the way of anything. Fades within a second. Obviously no DRS in these conditions. But that gap is closing, and I think instead of fighting, the Haas boys just might let one another away. And they said, well, Octopus has the 5-second penalty, so it doesn't really matter in this position. Fade's still going to jump and come the checkered flag.
He is indeed, yeah. I would imagine Fade will drop off towards the end of the race, but
We'll
I mean,
see.
40 seconds back to Nexus. He may as well drop off now.
Oh, he might as well, but Fates has the younger tyre by a lap. Nexus pitted for a brand new set, that's why.
Octopus is going for the championship. He may as well stay in front.
We'll just have to see. There's still, 6 races after this one to go, silly, so still plenty more points in the bag. And
yeah, but you've got to start playing the championship game now, because as we've seen in the last few weeks, you know, everything can happen, and people can get put out of place quite easily. So the Haas boys need to take these opportunities as they come to them. If they don't, then they're gonna think about it at the end of the season.
Yeah, the shoulda, coulda, woulda, wouldn't it?
Exactly that. Yeah.
On board with Absent at the moment. He's all over the back of Venom, who's actually in a decent high running position. It looks like Holmesy is struggling up there in the Mercedes. 5-lap old intermediates. Venom all over his gearbox. Absent all over the back of Venom's gearbox. So it's going to get nice and spicy for the next lap and a half, I think. Holmesy is struggling to get that car rotated. Oh, Blaine obviously leaving the pits has received another 5-second penalty, not the comeback race that he was hoping for. Simpans is also clawing at the back of the Ferraris, but we want to stay on board with this. Oh, Absent's getting a bit too close to Venom there and locking the brakes up with the McLaren. He's looking to go around the outside. It's not going to happen. Venom's there. Who can get the power down first? Oh, as Absent gets a penalty for cutting the corner there. It was only ever slight. There you go. Absent looks to go down the inside of Venom. He's made it. He's made it up the inside of Venom and up into 6th place. Great manoeuvre. Now it's on to Holmesy. He's going for the outside line. Light on the brakes. He takes it. And he is round. Looks like Holmesy got a bit of a push out of the way. But there you go. Absent and Venom through to 5th and 6th place, respectively. As Simpans looks like he's just made it past Big Hayes. He's in the pits again. Change of tyres, change of wing for Ferrari, yep. Ferrari are going through wings like hot dinners. And that seems to be all the action on track, as Venom has now dropped off a couple of seconds. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Is that a Blaine? It is not. It is a Holmesy. Holmesy's had an accident in Sector 2.
Oh, no.
And that's end plate damage on that Mercedes. So he was struggling already with Absinthe and Venom all over the back of him, and it looks like he's just lost it under pressure himself. And unfortunately, he hasn't got a gap to Stadium to pit safely. He will come out behind Stadium, but still in the points.
Fair play to Holmesy. He's not a D1 driver. He's standing in currently as a reserve, and you know, I think he's shown himself quite well this evening, even with that little accident there. I think he's done a great job in showing what skills he has, and what he's got moving forward.
Exactly that. I mean, D1's not an easy league, that's for damn sure. And despite the changing weather conditions, what's been happening on track, the accidents, safety cars, he's shown his worth really for the Mercedes team, and he's still going to come home with points.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. To be fair, there's only 12 drivers left, so he can't fall back that much further. But yes, absolutely great drive by him, and he's shown exactly what he can do.
Well, here's a bit of a fact for you, and this is going to be the scary bit. The Haas drivers have lapped everyone up to Stadium. So they've lapped all the way up to 7th place.
Well, it just shows how good those drivers are. They're swapping to Mercedes next season, but it literally just shows how amazing they are. And the front two drivers, they've got a 42-second gap until 3rd place, which is Nexus.
Yeah,
A
Nexus is not slow.
42-second gap. Oh, that's absolutely unbelievable, Paddy, isn't it?
It's crazy to think that. As I said, Nexus is not a slow driver. He is 2nd in the league.
Yeah, you're right. He is 2nd in the league. But yeah, at the moment, in this race, he's 42 seconds behind Fade, which is very intermittent in the league. But he's 42 seconds behind him. And that just beggars belief.
It is. You wouldn't think it, you know? It's not something we expect to see every weekend, as we have Octopus in the pit. Octopus is in the pits, and he will serve. Oh no, he's got another 5-second penalty.
Yeah, he got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lanes, but he will serve that 5-second penalty that he already had.
That's literally gifting Fade the win right there, as they hold off doing any work for 5 seconds on the car, and they go, change the tyres, and away he goes.
I still think that Fade will give back that position to Octopus at the end of the race for the points. Only Octopus is actually fighting for the championship, so just waiting for the times to reset each other. And yeah, Octopus currently 32 seconds behind. Nexus only 13 seconds behind Octopus. As we have Blaine leave the session.
Oh no, he's DNF'd. Blaine has DNF'd. Where has he DNF'd? Is he still on track?
I don't see any track map saying that somebody's come off.
Because it looks like he has gone to the pits to retire. We're down to 11 racers in this Grand Prix now. So yeah, it's looking like we're going to be struggling for finishers at this rate.
Only Big Hayes currently is outside of the points.
Yeah, and he's quite a long way back, if I'm going to be honest with you, from Simpans. It doesn't look like he's going to make that time back, probably because he spent more time in the pits replacing wings than he has actually done on track.
It might be because he has been a little bit perturbed by the picture of his dad at Skeg Vegas Beach in his mankini.
Maybe
sadly.
so. So Octopus, yeah, he's obviously pitted in for a fresh set of inters. It just put a Nexus 11 seconds behind. Plus with the 5-second penalty, it's actually 6 seconds. Wonder if he's just going to run to the end. David Lammers in chat with a hello. Hello, David. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Fade is currently on 10-up old intermediate tyres.
Yeah.
Nexus on 4. Brown on 8. Absinthe on 4. Venom on 4. Little Haze on 9. Holmesy on Stadium on 0, Holmesy on 1 lap old intermediate tyres. So yeah, Octopus needs to make this happen very, very soon, otherwise he's gonna get left behind.
Exactly that. Ledge Hayes is say, I think you might be right with what's going on with Big Hayes, and the guilt is flooding all over him.
Big Hayes, I apologise. It was my fault. It's completely me that did that, and I apologise profusely.
It's strange to see so little drivers. Excuse me, finishing this one. I knew it was going to be a tough one here at Singapore, but I didn't expect it to be this tough, especially in the changing conditions. But there you go, I suppose that's Singapore.
It is indeed, yeah. Singapore is such a difficult circuit to get around and to finish on. I mean, these guys, they're trying their hardest, but with the changing conditions, it makes it a lot more difficult.
That's it. I don't think Fade's going to pit in. We've got 4, including the one that we're on now, 4.5 laps to go. He's not going to pit. He's going to run
not,
around
no, but I wouldn't put it out of the realms of knowledge that he will just slow down and allow Octopus through, because
I can't see that, to be honest. I think Fade, he deserves a win.
I don't disagree with you there. I agree with you that he deserves the win, but if, as part of the team, your teammate is going for the championship, I would imagine they will swap positions.
You would think so, yeah. I think that this is a confidence I believe Octopus has and the Haas team themselves have, that they don't need to swap over because they are quicker than Nexus. And another update, it has stopped raining in Sector 2.
Yeah, Sector 3 as well, it stopped raining. So we might see some dry tyres towards the end of this race.
We might. The track is looking pretty good. Which again puts someone like Octopus at a disadvantage because they're on intermediates and fresh ones at that.
Wouldn't see Octopus boxing again. He will go till the end. Somebody like Little Hayes may dive in, or even Fade may dive in.
I mean, they are on 10 lap old tyres respectively, so yeah, there is a possibility. Simpans as well. He might.
I mean, Fade's got a 24.5 second gap until Octopus. He may dive in, slap on a set of soft tyres and just try and blitz it to the end.
Well, we'll see how it goes. As I said, we've still got just over 3 laps to go here, so this is going to be fun. It's still going to be a Haas 1-2 as long as the tyres don't explode, nothing else happens, don't curse them.
Exactly that. It's still going to be a Haas 1-2 no matter what we want to happen. It's still going to be a Haas 1-2.
Exactly, I will be back. Alright, in a second, so I will leave you, everyone, with Silly's loving words for the next minute or two.
So David has just put in chat, I managed to get TDU2 working again with TDU World. So if anybody understands what that means, congratulations, give yourself a round of applause. I haven't got a fucking clue, if I'm honest. So but we're currently watching Fade going through these turns at the moment. Octopus is coming back at him, but not quick enough. We've still got 3 or 4 laps to go here, but Fade is pulling enough of a time here to hold position. Nuclear Nipples has said, Test Drive Unlimited 2. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that was completely obvious. Yes, sorry for my unbelievable poor knowledge on acronyms and getting that incorrect. So thank you, Nuclear, and letting me know about that. But as I said, Fade, as he comes on to lap 29 of 31, still 21 seconds in front of Octopus, who's 16 seconds in front of Nexus. And Little Hayes picks up another 3-second corner cutting penalty. Fade 13 laps on these intermediate tyres. The rain has stopped. Those tyres must be screaming right now.
Just coming back, looking at it, they look more slick now. Vic saying Test Drive Unlimited 2, lol joker. No, actually, I have been playing it. David is right. There is a mod out for to get the multiplayer working again. So it is a thing, by the way, Vic.
Yeah, I spoke about that a moment ago. David mentioned it, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And Vic was just informing me that it was Test Drive Unlimited.
Yeah,
because I didn't understand what TDU meant.
Silly.
Yes, exactly. Dilly. Silly.
Silly, dilly.
Exactly. But anyway, we're on lap 29 of 31. Currently, I'm on board with Fade, and so is Paddy.
I'm actually on Beth Stadium right now, as he's all over the back of Little Hayes on a much fresher tyres.
He is indeed, yeah. But Fade is absolutely running away with it.
You mean, yeah, he is. He's what, 20 seconds ahead of his teammate.
21.
Not mentioning the time penalty.
Exactly.
Easy peasy as Stadium's pushing all over Little Hayes. The battle for seventh.
I was confused indeed, Vic, but Paddy's cleared it up for us.
That's alright. It's alright, that's what I do. I enlighten people. A bit of a lock up there from Stadium. Great line though, as he's there you go, DRS is enabled, 2 laps to go. We are in slick tyre running. It's too late to really change tyres. Big Hayes has switched onto hards. I suppose he didn't have a new set of softs or anything to go into. I think he might push for the fastest lap on the hards. Can't see that happening.
It's a whole minute behind 10th place, so even with those hard tyres on, he's not going to gain any positions.
At the moment, he's actually losing time.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
This is the enthralling battle right now. Is Stadium all over the back of Little Hayes. And with DRS now enabled, things are going to get spicy. And those tyres are not helping them. There's Fade's now coming up the back of them to lap them again.
Yeah, Fade not seeming to slow down to let Octopus pass when really, as teammates, he should do to give Octopus those extra points. But Fade comes across the line, and there we go.
We still have another lap left, silly.
Oh, bollocks.
A bit carried away with himself. On to the final lap with Fade now. Yes, it is. He's got 18.5-second gap to his teammate, who also has a 5-second penalty. So this is very much looking like Fade's race. We are going to cut back to Hayes and Stadium. There we go. There's a 10th of a second in it. I think Octopus is right behind them. They're going to get blue flagged. Little Hayes cuts the chicane. Naughty man.
Synth and Venom have both gone onto the soft compound tyre for the final lap. A little bit of a bad move, in my opinion. But, yeah, they're on the soft compound tyre now the rain has stopped.
That's it. It's not like they're going to get a fastest lap with a lap to go. This battle is going to be in throwing. This is it. Yep, Callum is right. Last throw of the dice. And, oh, there you go. Stadium has just thrown a double six. Gets past Little Hayes. And just to add insult to injury, Little Hayes gets a 3-second time penalty.
As my 9-year-old son said at last throw of the dice.
He did indeed.
Well done, Callum. Well done. I'll speak to you after the stream is finished.
fantastic race for that point of the race. Absolutely spot on. It was a last throw of the dice, and he did get a double six. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. We have a Ferrari. It is a little haze. A little haze. There's Spinalida in sector 2, but he is running. Absolutely.
Simps just picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Oh, Fade is kicking that car. It's Tokyo Drift time. 15 laps. It is completely dry conditions. Those intermediates have had enough. They're screaming. They're on fire, but it doesn't matter. He's got 2 sweeping left-handers to go, Fade. There is one of them. There's the other. Checkered flag is up. The fireworks are out, and congratulations to Fade, race winner here at Singapore tonight. Fantastic drive from start to finish.
I completely agree with you, Paddy. Absolutely monumental drive by Fade there. He's struggled in the weeks gone by, getting caught up in other problems from other drivers, and today he's drove an absolutely impeccable race, and I'm not surprised he hasn't rescinded that position to Octopus, even though it's probably the correct thing to do.
There you go, Ledge Hayes is mocking you, saying that's it, silly, the race is finished. What?
Yeah, well, I'm not even going to comment on that because he was in a mankini about half an hour ago.
No, gentlemen, no. But as it will finish there, Fade, congratulations on your win. Octopus in second, so it's a Haas 1 and 2, Nexus in third, Brown in fourth, Absinthe in fifth, Venom in sixth, Stadium in seventh, Holmesy in eighth, ninth for Simpans, 10th for Little Hayes. No, a pretty disappointing race from a great qualifying. And just outside the points is Big Hayes. So, could have got some better points for Ferrari, but they've got one.
Ledge Hayes in the chat with fair points. Yes. So you put your mankini on, go and stand on the beach, and we'll speak later.
There we go. Big Hayes is doing the big donuts.
Is he actually
doing donuts, and he's managed to completely make a mess of it. But hey ho, there we go.
Spinala.
Spinala. There you go. That's one thing that Ferrari is really good at doing. What a way to cap off the race. Fantastic result from all that are involved. And very shortly we'll grab some interviews, shall we, Silly?
Yes. Yeah. You tell me who you want and I'll grab them.
I think we should get the Haas boys. We'll get the Haas boys in there. We'll get Nexus. We'll get Mr. Brown. And I am owed one to Absinthe. So we'll grab those guys in for the evening. There you go. Driver of the day, Stadium. So it wasn't Big Hayes, so he doesn't get his driver of the day for the donuts, unfortunately.
Good. Doesn't deserve it.
Haas again, dominant from start to finish.
I brought Absinthe up straight away, and I'll grab the other ones in a moment.
Lovely stuff. Just waiting for the results to come up so we can get some screen shots of that, and then we'll get the interviews started. So there you go. That's one. And all the way down to the bottom. And there's the other one. Lovely stuff. So into the post-race screen. Let's get some interviews underway. Who's with us first?
Absinthe is with you.
Absinthe, how we doing?
Hi. Well, it was a hectic race to say the least.
Yeah, it was indeed. And we owe you an interview from last week as well, which was another great comeback story. From
but this one was just weird today, honestly.
Talk us through it. It was you were at the front, you weren't at the front, bits of wing hanging off. It was very.
I mean, I should have known. Well, I had pole position by over a second, I believe. Yeah, 1.1 second. So I knew people weren't really on grips with this track, unlike me. And first safety car came out. I decided to pit on the mediums because I knew the rain was coming. So I thought the softs are not lasting until the rain, so I'll go on the mediums. I was then P5, I believe, when I came out. And then the guy in front was one of the slower drivers, and I misjudged his braking points. His braking points were like 50 meters at least before mine, so I broke my wing, so I bit again. Then same situation. I was going for an overtake, but he broke early and wing damage again. Well, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I did notice you'd spent most of your time in the pits. I think the McLaren guys were kind of getting sick of handing you front wings that belong to both you and your teammate. But despite all that, you've came back well. I've just been noticing the chat in the Discord, and it seemed the intermediates, they were hurting during that race. Brown's just said that he ended up with 90% tire wear and a last corner puncture on his intermediates.
It was hard, especially I was one of the first to pit on the inters, and I was because Jeff called it in. He was like, "It's ready for inters, come in." So I come in, and then I lose like around 50 seconds or so.
We were thinking that we were watching it. The rain wasn't coming down. The DRS was open, and we could see a bunch of you guys, like both the Racing Points and yourself, coming into the pits. And Silly and I were just like, "It is way too early for intermediates." And you guys, as you said, you lost so much time. And then by the time it did come at the correct conditions for intermediates, you'd already burnt through your tires and had to come in again. So I take it you'll be going into the garage after this race, slapping Jess and Jess. I'm going to get killed for that. You're going to slap Jeff and sack him.
Wait, I want to say he's fired. So it's official. He's fired.
Slap Jess instead.
No, please don't. I'm going to die. She's going to come through and throw something at me.
Jess is my new engineer, so I won't slap her yet.
She'll just tell you to hurry up and go faster and swear at you a few times. She's good at that.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Absinthe. Congratulations on your position there in the race.
Yeah.
Thank you, I guess.
And
right.
again, fantastic race. That'll be that. Who we got next? We're gonna grab Fade, and while we have him, we might as well get both the Haas boys in here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Fade, Octopus. What a result.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay. Absolutely destroy the opponents. There's like 20 seconds between the two of you. 14 seconds back to third place. It was okay. How humble can Haas be?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we should probably give a shout out to Big Bobby Slicks, the race engineer. Did do us pretty big solid with the strategy because
Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben.
Yeah, Bobby Slicks.
Hang on, I'll move him up.
We've got to get Big Bobby Slicks in here.
I don't know if he wants to be moved up, but go ahead. It'll be quite funny.
No, I'm trying to. Yeah, there we go.
Ben.
Here we go. There's Big Ben. His microphone is muted, but now you can wax lyrical about him.
Yeah, he goes every time from the PC when we're done for like 10 minutes or something. So I don't know if he's here.
He's probably already thought, he's like, one of these days I'm going to get dragged into that commentary room. That's not happening. I'm out. But you guys, and I suppose we'll say Ben had the tactical decision here of leaving it late when the rain came on. You guys stuck to the medium, so did Holmesy. A lot of the guys basically are going into the garages to slap Jeff now because he called them in stupidly early. As soon as the rain started, they got called in for intermediates, and you guys just went, it's not ready yet. Do you think that kind of played into your hands? I mean, it did, but from your point of view.
Well, we saw, I can't remember who it was. There was a team that double stacked under the safety car and went into
it was the Racing Points.
And then, basically from there, we just used them as like a marker to see whether they were catching the dries or not. And just for ages, it didn't seem like they were. So we just stayed on them until
like used the data.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky as well. I'm pretty sure the DRS got disabled literally the
when I pitted.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Absence was saying over the course of 7 laps, when it wasn't the right conditions, he lost 50 seconds to you guys.
Yeah, there was some pretty interesting strategies and gaps.
The Ferraris double stacked as well to go onto the Inters, and they also lost a shed load of time to you guys.
Well, they made the mistake. What they managed to do is they went on the Inters early when Jeff decided to say them. Then after 5 laps they came in, they swapped onto softs and mediums, did a lap, and then came
And
back
pitted.
in for intermediates.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. But yeah, we were quite afraid of the racing point when they pitted, because it could have been a good strategy because
Yeah.
it was raining. But yeah, it was not ready yet to like have those tires on. Yeah.
I mean, overall today, Fade, you were the standout. No disrespect to Octopus, but you had the pace there. At the end, yes, you were catching, but you had fresher tires. But during the first stint, you were catching Octopus. Unfortunately, Octopus forgot to hit the brakes at the pit entrance, and well deserved race victory there. You were the faster driver today. But all in all, Haas are. I think we're just gonna have to engrave the trophy now.
I've dragged the Ferrari drivers in. So welcome to the chat, Ferrari drivers.
You don't sound too impressed.
We're just going to laugh at your tire strategies and how you went from starting P4 to getting a point.
I didn't even get a point. It was so annoying.
Well,
it was Jeff. It was Jeff. slash Panda.
Whoa. You stopped listening to me halfway through the race.
Oh yeah, no, it was
hashtag blame Panda.
It was yeah. I mean, I was all over the place when it started raining, so I thought, right, this would be a perfect time to go on to Inters, but it was very, very early. And I saw Holmesy go flying past me on the mediums, so I thought, all right, maybe the rain's not going to last that long. So came in for the mediums, and then as I was pulling out the pits, Jeff went, let's get on Inters. So I thought, right, that's my race screwed.
Little Hayes was watching you at one point. You were having quite a battle with Holmesy, and from what we caught on the stream, there was a bit of a coming together between you two. Talk me through that slight yeeting of Holmesy.
Right. Yeah, I yeeted him. No, not on purpose. I would never do that. I just, yeah. I honestly, I can't really remember it. I can remember saying to the guys, "Oh, I've just put Holmesy in the wall," but I can't remember really what happened. It was obviously my fault though, and I'm fully expected a penalty for it. But
I mean, unlucky for you, I was watching you at the time because I was like, why are these guys still on the tyres? Why are you on the intermediates? You're going so slow. And then Holmesy was just cruising past you, and I don't know, maybe you just wanted him part of Ferrari. You wanted him to spin.
It was annoying because obviously we put it on, was it P3 or 4? I can't remember. And then we did have some good pace. And then I think Nexus went up the inside of Absinthe on the same where I hit Holmesy, and then I hit in the back of Nexus, and then it just went south.
Just pretty much like all your races then when you've had a good
result. Exactly.
I mean, you got a point. You can't complain.
I mean, yeah, but it was looking at qualifying like we were going to get some good points.
I think this is the first time you've ever outscored me, Ben.
Hey.
It's all uphill from here.
And it was by 1.
We're getting better at the double stack.
True.
Yeah.
We had a lot of practice today.
I mean, you did hold up Blaine, I believe it was.
Aye, but he got revenge and yeeted me into the pits anyway, so...
Oh, brilliant. But I think we'll come to an end there. I see everyone's kind of binning and gawning silly. A great race to watch.
What a fantastic race to watch. And it was an amazing spectacle to view.
It was, yeah.
I 100% enjoyed that, along with the race that we witnessed today. And mate, I mean, let's focus on real life Formula One for a moment.
Yeah.
And I mean, what a spectacle we've got to behold for the next, 6 months. The Red Bulls and the Mercedes literally side by side all the way. I mean, how excited are you?
It is turning out to be a fantastic season. Spain's going to be, a wonderful race to watch. I think it's next week, isn't it? Yeah, it's next week. yeah, looking forward to that.
Another Mercedes track. So Lewis will pull ahead a little bit more, but the rest of the season is just going to be unbelievable.
True. And will we see a battle of the wingmen? Are we going to see Vettel revitalise a great qualifying and a poor race from him today? Don't obviously want to go into too many details due to spoiler alerts. And I know Georgie Boy likes this track, so it could be all right for the Williams. We'll just it's turning into a really great season. But between the time of Bahrain, obviously the break between Imola and here at Portimao, the Mercedes has come on leaps and bounds. They put a lot of development into that car, and I don't think Red Bull have the dominance that they had before.
Yeah, I knew it would happen. 3 weeks between the two races, and it was bound to happen where Mercedes would catch them back up. But it's not over yet.
Is it? Is it? Heck, we've got plenty to come, and I am looking forward to it.
We have got plenty to come, and it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. So on that note, Paddy,
I think we should call it an evening, silly. We'll be back.
I agree.
Back on Wednesday for another adventurous track on D2. I am genuinely not looking forward to it because I hate the track, but I'm still going to be there. We've got Azerbaijan, Baku on Wednesday for D2.
So it's a goodbye from you.
And it's I am stupid from you.
Exactly. Good night, boys and girls. See you on Wednesday.
Yep. Big thanks to everyone who has followed, sub bits. Oh, we have bits there from Mr. Brown as well. GG boys, thank you very much. And big thanks to everyone who's joined in, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Take it easy and good night.